Okay, finally I'm gonna work on the composition of net income just with an example. Okay, then from last video we mentioned that net income is equal to earnings before interest and taxes minus interest expenses times t minus the taxes, right? And then this one is net income is equal to basically earnings before interest and taxes at time t minus interest expenses at time t multiplied by 1 minus is 1 minus 1 minus the tax rate time t. Okay, then doing some math, we ended up saying that net income is equal to earnings before interest and taxes times 1 minus the tax rate, right, and minus interest expenses plus interest expenses at times t multiplied by the tax rate at times t. And we mentioned that this one is called unleveraged earnings. Okay, why unleveraged earnings? Basically because this is an amount that would be earnings after taxes in the case of no financing from debt. Okay, if in the case when a company do not finance from debt, this would be the kind of the net income, right? Why? Because in that case, if this amount is zero, okay, if the interest expense is zero, then you ended up having only the unleveraged earnings. Okay, then a company that do not have a financial debt, basically that is the amount of unleveraged earnings. It is the amount of net income the company could have made in case the company did not have a financial debt, right? But considering that the company has some financial debt, then you can still compute on leveraged earnings. It's like the earnings the company would have obtained without having a financial debt, right? Then if you subtract the interest expenses paid due to the debt, and if you add this one, this called a tax benefit due to financing. Okay, then if you see this amount is positive, then it's adding value to the net income. Okay, this is what is interesting, right? When a company asks for a loan, it gets the tax benefit, and just by intuition you can see that happen, because what you are doing here when you are getting a loan, you are paying interest expenses, and the base of the taxes of the tax calculation is reducing by the amount of the interest expenses you paid or the company paid. Then it has some benefit, right? Then basically what I want to say with this example is that you can decompose the net income in these three important elements: on unleveraged earnings, interest expenses, and tax benefit due to financing. Another interesting issue in finance is that you can get benefit when you get finance money, right, or bank money, debt money to the company. When you bring that money to the company, you get this benefit, the tax benefit, but also basically you get another benefit that is more intangible benefit, that is called opportunity cost, right? Opportunity cost. Okay, why? Because this is very difficult to measure. But what would have happened if the company had not asked for a debt? Then maybe the company would not be able to invest in new opportunities, or maybe to grow the company, right? Then usually when a company do not do important or good decisions in terms of financial leverage or financial debt, it can incur in opportunity cost, right? But that is a very hard decision. That is usually one of the difficult decisions for a financial manager in a corporation, to decide how much the company has to get from financing from banks, basically, to do operations, to grow, to invest in more assets. Okay, this is one of the most difficult questions to respond, and there is a whole complete this area of finance that is called corporate finance, right? To try to understand and respond to that specific question. Then the question would be, what is the best level of financial leverage for a company? Okay, for a company. Okay, it's a big question, right? That we will explore more in the next videos, that I'm going to be talking about financial leverage ratios.